What up, everybody? I'm Jack Slater, aka the Comic Outlaw. Yeah! And I hope you're ready because we're going to take it back to the classic Fantastic Four. Let me hear you say, take it back. Do, take it back. Hell yeah! Issue 115. Yeah, we've come that far. And has Reed turned against the Fantastic Four? Has he succumbed to the power of this Overmind? Well, we'll find out, won't we? As they've contacted the Watcher through Agatha Harkness, and he has begun to explain who the Overmind is and what he wants and how he's going to conquer or destroy this world. As they summon the Watcher has a vow, only to record, never to interfere, but his love for this race, this humanity, has driven him to tell them the story. In a distant universe, a long time ago, there was a race of beings that existed. A race where both primitive and science came together. A race known as the Eternals. Yes, the Eternals. They use science to give themselves powers. They use science in order to cheat death. They use science for everything, including conquering, destroying, and also enslaving. These Eternals were going from place to place, not just destroying cities, but planets. Galaxies quakened at their arrival, and the universe was in peril. But they had grown arrogant. They held contests of champions in order to weed out people and find new people to join them. They fought man and beast against each other. In these wars of blood, they would find new soldiers to recruit, but people had turned against them. They started a rebellion, but it would not work. Grum, one of the champions, beats his way through them. And even though they could fight, and even though they can stand, they were nothing in the contest of champions. Those soldiers were leftovers in the gladiator games. And now they're trying to figure out what to do. As the story goes on, one day, they had come across a planet, Gigantus. And this planet was a peaceful planet, a paradise. And yet, the Eternals came to conquer it. They came for blood. They came to take whatever they can. And they came to wipe them off the face of the earth and destroy anyone who wouldn't follow their orders. And these people didn't stand a chance. With their death machines and weapons, the scientists were trying to figure out exactly what to do. But they were hopeless. They couldn't find a way to beat them back until they learned the arts of warfare themselves. They learned how to fight, and they took the fight to the Eternals. But when their armada was sent out against the other armada, there was an explosion, and the planet was taken by a giant they'd never seen before again, or never will, and brought death to the planet. The pieces floated in a black hole and appeared one day. Stars become suns and planets, the Earth. And these people, descendants, lived on this planet, but the Eternals had other plans. Knowing that they were losing the war, they decided to let their weapon go. At the moment of the destruction of the planet, this being their final project was all their lab work, everything, to make him one of the strongest Eternals who ever lived. They gave him the minds of 1 billion brains, and they called him the Overmind. But he needed eons to incubate, and what is that to an Eternal? For they have a long, long life, and he was fired out into the cosmos, stuck in a meteor for countless eons, and now he's landed on Earth, and they have to figure out how they're going to beat him, and how they're going to destroy this Eternal, even if they could. And this is where Reed figures that it's only his mind, and his mind alone, that can beat him, his own intelligence. And he doesn't need the Fantastic Four. And this is where Ben freaks out because Reed never acts like this. He's never acted like this. They've always been a team, a family. What is going on? As he grabs hold of Sue, Johnny steps towards him. Reed begins to dodge, wrap himself up in Johnny. Of course, Ben grabs him. When he twists around him, he tries tickling him, but that wasn't his ticklish spot. As the fight continues, and people are wondering, the Fantastic Four are wondering, what exactly is going on with Reed. As he takes out Johnny, and then, in that invisible field, he gives a twisted, evil face Sue has never seen before. Wondering his mind has been twisted also by the Overmind. Wondering what is going on with Reed, he disappears into one of his machines. Of course, Johnny hits the failsafe. Reed is coughed back up. He goes under the door to escape. But Ben tries to follow him. The rampaging thing starts smashing his way through different stuff, trying to get at Reed Richards, trying to capture him. As he knocks out the vent that Reed escapes through. But Reed is gone. Has he been taken over by the Overmind? What has come over him? Can he alone beat this being from outer space? Or will the world be destroyed and conquered? Well, we'll find out the next time, won't we? And I'll catch you on the flip side, yeah.